Hey everybody, welcome. This is Euromaestro. We're broadcasting live on YouTube. We are at the Musée d'Orsay. We've had some technical difficulties today, so I do apologize. This broadcast was originally programmed for 11 a.m. Eastern Time, so we're about an hour late. This was supposed to be the time for our live broadcast of Van Gogh, but we're going to do Monet first, and then we'll do Van Gogh after. So I do apologize. Some technical difficulties we had prevented us from starting the broadcast live. Well, you're looking at Rodin here. This is a Rodin sculpture called The Man Who Walks, L'Homme qui Marche. And we're here at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, a train station that was transformed into a museum. And we're going to look at some of the Monet pieces. Let me know in the comments about the video quality and audio quality. Thank you for the likes, by the way. See the painting and the frame. This is a Cézanne. So we start off with a Cézanne, and then all of the rest of the paintings on this wall will be Monet. So we have some Monet paintings here. Excellent audio and video. Awesome, Melissa. That's what I wanted to know. Because we had a lot of technical difficulties getting this started today. So here the painting of the Cathedral, and this next painting is also the painting of the Cathedral, so a different version of the same building. Zoom in for some details here. Four paintings of the same cathedral. So all slightly different versions. Don't hesitate if you have any questions or comments. You can join the live chat. Just click on live chat and you'll be able to join in. The wind effect. And of course, one of those most famous paintings here, the Haystacks. And zoom in for some detail. And this is near Giverny, where of course he had a residence. And on this wall, whoa, it looks like we have some Renoir. So you can see a very different style. You can recognize right away with as Renoir, the use of colors. That's her son Henri, or Henry. Have you sculpted Giovanni? I have not yet. That would be a good thing to do. Suivi asking about sculpting Giovanni, so we'll have to do that in the future. That would be great. So here we have another Renoir. Monsieur et Madame. This is one of my favorites here. Iconic painting. So this is Renoir, the young girls at the piano.
Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Pour des raisons de sécurité, tout objet abandonné peut entraîner l'évacuation du musée et être détruit par les services de police. Merci d'être vigilant et de garder avec vous vos effets personnels. Your attention please. For security reasons, any unattended object may cause the museum to be cleared and is liable to be destroyed by the police. Please hold on to your belongings. Thank you. Atención por favor. Por razones de seguridad, cualquier objeto abandonado puede dar lugar a la evacuación del museo y ser destruido por la policía. Por favor, guarde con usted sus pertenencias. Gracias.
Here's a lovely painting.
Attenzione, prego. Per motivi di sicurezza, qualsiasi oggetto abbandonato potrebbe causare l'evacuazione del museo ed essere distrutto dalla polizia. Vi preghiamo di non allontanarvi dai vostri effetti personali. Grazie. Внимание! Силу требований безопасности любой оставленный без присмотра кабинет может вызвать эвакуацию музея и будет уничтожен силами полиции. Будьте бдительны и не оставляйте...
All right, so this wall was all Renoir. The other wall we looked at was all Monet. We had a Cézanne. We started off with a Cézanne in the corner there. We have another larger Monet in the far wall. And over here, very clear, says Jennifer Madison. And over here we have a sculpture which is by Rodin, famous for The Thinker. And this is L'homme qui marche, the man who walks. And really a stunning sculpture. And we are at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, where we have a lot of artists from the 19th century. This room is for Impressionists. And so you see, we're going to have a lot of Cézanne in this room. So let's take a look at some of the Cézannes that we have here. Some of them I'm sure you'll recognize. And if you need me to go back to any paintings, or if you want to read the plaques on any of these paintings, just let me know which one. This is one of my favorites right here. Just look at the way the color is done here. Love this museum almost more than the Louvre. Yeah, a lot of people actually prefer this museum to the Louvre. Of course, it doesn't have as many pieces, but it's very intimate, and it's especially good for impressionists. Hey there, June Nani in the house. But look at the use of color here, the use of lighting to create these beautiful 3D effects. Looks very, very realistic. We'll go back, look at some of the paintings we just looked at. Here we have the swimmers. This is by Cézanne as well. And the card player by Cézanne. So you can see you can get lost in this museum, spend so much wonderful time examining all these different great artists. Here we have, of course, another Monet. You can tell the difference in style right away. That makes this a classic Monet painting. So this is a Monet painting as well of the beach at Etretat, which is famous for its cliffs, and you'll see a lot of paintings that show these cliffs from different angles. Hey Euro, hey Ali, how are you? We are at the Musée d'Orsay. We've been looking at some paintings by Renoir, by Monet, and by Cézanne, and some other artists as well, as you can see here. So we're broadcasting live on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for all the different likes. Much appreciated. Any Starry Night? There is a Starry Night. That's going to be in the Van Gogh section. We're going to do a separate video after this one with Van Gogh, which is on the second floor. We're going to do this one for about 20 minutes here of the Monet wing. This is a Pissarro. So we're seeing some Pissarros here. Yeah, we're running a little behind schedule today because we had some technical difficulties. Howdy, Peg's Legs is here. Chris Gordon is here. So I heard that earlier. I was told we've got good video quality going on today, which is good for a live stream. Another Rodin sculpture. Here we have two paintings side by side that are quite interesting. The lady with the umbrella looking left and looking right. Nice to have side by side. Take a look at this. It is Claude Monet. Woman with the umbrella turned towards the right and turned to the left. Not many people here today, so that's nice. this is kind of a fun painting here because look at this. You can identify so many of the artists in the painting around the piano, including Benoit. We have a few paintings like that here in the Musée d'Orsay. So here we have, in this painting, Rimbaud. So you saw me zoom in on Arthur Rimbaud earlier. I'm awesome, thanks, Denise Smith. How are you? How is Deneen today? Oh, I'm very glad to share this. I'm glad you guys are enjoying looking at these great masterpieces that we have here in Paris at the Musée d'Orsay. And you can see the collection goes on and on and on. Over here in this room, we have some famous Degas, the dancers. So let's take a look at this one, probably the most famous of the dancers. So you can see why people like to spend a lot of time here. Oh, this, of course, very famous painting. The turkeys. We'll be in Paris next summer. Can't wait. Oh, that's awesome, Denise. So this is an homage à Delacroix. And you see we have Whistler in the painting, we have Manet in the painting, Baudelaire. So many famous people all in this one painting. Alright, thanks Deneen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. And have your friends come and watch. These next 3 paintings are going to be super famous and super amazing paintings. So let's take a look at this one right here. You see it's interesting because it's actually 2 paintings in completely different shapes, but one is a continuation of the other. So look at that. And this, of course, is a Monet Déjeuner sur l'herbe, and the dinner, the lunch on the grass, and of course, there's more than one version of that, because this painting here has the same title as the one we just looked at, Déjeuner sur l'herbe. There's also, look at this, a class going on. So they have classes with students here, and they sit on the floor, have a lecture, and learn about the paintings firsthand. So you see these 2 paintings both have the same title. This one here is by Monet, and this one here is by Manet. So Edouard Manet, and this is Claude Monet. So the names are similar, the paintings are similar, and they have the same exact title. So that would be a nice trick question for a quiz, would be who painted Le Déjeuner sur l'herbe, the famous painting, and there's 2 different correct answers. Here we have another one of these tribute paintings, which I always find quite fun. And who do we have in this painting? Why, look at that. We have Manet himself that we just talked about. We have Renoir. We saw his paintings earlier. We have Émile Zola, the famous writer. And we have Claude Monet. So we have Monet and Manet, Renoir, Zola, and others all in this one painting. Can you identify them? All right. And we're almost at the end of this live stream. Oh, this is a famous one I like too. This also has Edouard Manet in the painting. You can see him right there in the center, right there in the center, that is Edouard Monet. Looking at the painting, we're at the studio here, or the workshop of Basile. Hey Olga, good to see you. Good to see you. And this has been an excellent lunch break. All right, Jennifer Masson, glad you liked it. We're about to end this broadcast, though. Here you can see a great room to relax. Looking out the window, what do we see? Out the window, we see the giant Ferris wheel. In Paris, we see the river. And if we go out this way, we see the river. We can look out the clock. We're behind the clock. You can see the numbers there. We're behind the clock. And if you look out this way, we can see the river. We can see the Louvre Museum. They shouldn't get rid of the wheel, I know. But it looks like they are going to get rid of the wheel. And look at this painting here. This humongous painting. The Dream of Happiness. What a great title. I just showed you the plaque. All right, guys, we're going to end this broadcast here, but we're going to start up another one in just a few minutes. So if you want to see more paintings, my next broadcast will be about Van Gogh. So we're going to do Van Gogh next. Anybody here interested in seeing Van Gogh? Because that's what's coming up next. Oops, extended lunch. Gotta see Van Gogh. Have to see Van Gogh. So we'll pass by some of the paintings that we had a chance to see earlier. Thank you guys for all the likes, by the way. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Tap the bell so you get notifications. And the like button. Smash the like button. We want to get lots and lots of likes. We got the class going on here. What better way to have the class than right in front of the paintings? Instead of just talking about the paintings, you can see them up close and personal. Did we look? We didn't look at this one earlier. You smashed both the like button and the share button. Oh, I didn't even mention the share button. Thank you, Chris, for that. You're so right. You can also hit the share button. Hit the share button, share it out to Facebook, Twitter, your YouTube friends. Tweet about it. Take screenshots. Allie always takes great screenshots and then tweets them out. This is where we started this YouTube live broadcast. The Renoir on one side, Renoir to my right, Monet to my left, Cézanne up in front. Of course, another Monet here, famous Monet. I'm sure many of you will recognize this one. And what do we have over here? We have a cafe with another clock sitting behind the clock here. Cafe, you can get something nice to eat. We get a whole bunch of Degas dance drawings. We have these bridges here. We'll show you where we're going next. Oh, they stole my idea. What are they looking at? Let's take a look. This is what they're looking at. Look at that. You can see the rest of the gallery down below. You can see it was once a train station. I love the walkway. Yeah, the walkway is pretty cool. And down there and to our right is where we will find the Van Gogh. We're up here on the 5th floor looking down at all the people through this little hole that we have here. And soon we will go down to the 2nd floor. All right, thank you guys so much for this broadcast. Next broadcast, Van Gogh, in just a few minutes. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.